you get an answer if ends up being like -4 equals 16. Well, that's not right. So that means A is not -2.
How cute is this cup? I'm obsessed with Little Mermaid.
You got to do it again.
And mascara on my face. I'm obsessed with those two things. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I make my yummy Tuscan chicken mac and cheese. I'm going to first line the pot with some olive oil and just heat that up so I can brown the chicken. So for this recipe, and only 4 people out of my 7 in the family will be eating this, I did 2 boneless, skinless chicken breasts and I just cut those up. You can make your chicken pieces as big or small as you want. You can also do chicken strips. I've done that as well, especially if someone doesn't like the chicken and just wants the noodles. I am now going to add my Italian seasoning grinder. This is the McCormick. Use whatever you guys like. My favorite one was the Old Thompson Bay, I think. Again, words are hard. And I cannot find that anywhere in the store, so I've been using this one and it works just fine. So I've got the heat on medium. I'm just trying to brown the chicken a little bit and get it cooked thoroughly. You don't really need to fuss with it too much. I'm going to add the onion powder and garlic powder. That container there is half and half. I know I used the 2 together, so I just combined them. You can use fresh garlic. That would be really yummy too, but I did not have any on hand. And then I'm going to sprinkle it with pink Himalayan salt. Use salt to taste. I don't salt my food very much just because I'm trying to be cautious of that. You can use regular salt. This is just what I had. Did you guys notice that beautiful cobalt blue little tray there, or dish, or whatever it is? I got that from the Goodwill for $3. A subscriber actually told me that was a ginger jar. How cool is that? This is super off topic, but this is the creamer I've been using lately. I want to show y'all. It's so yummy. You guys, I love it. I got to make some coffee so I can get through this video with some energy.
-4 equals 16. Well, that's not right. So that means A is not -2.
How cute is this cup? I'm obsessed with Little Mermaid.
You got to do it again.
And mascara on my face. I'm obsessed with those two things. I got these earrings from Walmart. I'm making the Tuscan mac and cheese. I'm also going to do a Dollar Tree wreath. Noah's got purple hair. Go look at your hair, Noah. Purple hair. And who knew the stainless steel refrigerator is a giant dry erase board. Nothing stains it. Look at this cutting board, you guys. So I cut my chicken on there and then I sprayed it. So it's like disinfecting right now. Isn't this gorgeous? Let's take a look at this cutting board. My mom, or my brother-in-law and sister-in-law made this. Let me know if y'all want one. It's amazing. Somebody's still pretty sick. Really sick, actually. Okay, back to cooking. So now I'm going to add this basil pesto. It's really good. This is my favorite one because honestly the ingredients are really good. I've never tried to make it homemade. I think I will try to do that eventually. But if you're in a pinch, this gives the yummiest flavor to the chicken. And like I had mentioned, I read labels on everything. So this one had very simple ingredients, which I love. I'm also going to add the sun-dried tomatoes and a little bit of that oil. And you add to taste. I personally love sun-dried tomatoes. The more the better. But everyone in my family does not. So I just kind of did them, you know, here and there. I'm going to give all the ingredients a good stir. And I'm also going to kind of chop up some of the larger pieces of chicken so it all cooks evenly. Now I'm going to add some heavy whipping cream. I just do it to look, I'm going to be honest with you. I think there was about a cup left in here. I'm not the best at measuring things, so let's just say a cup. and you guys can see here exactly what I added. I'm also going to put aside the Italian 5 cheese blend. I'm going to add that later, but I just wanted to show you guys what exactly I'm going to use to make the sauce super thick and creamy. You can use what cheese blend you like, but I like this one because it gives an almost Alfredo taste. Okay, so from the Dollar Tree, I got this little wire wreath, black, orange,
Well, that's beneficial. Said no
purple glitter.
It also shows all the work.
Wow, actually.
Little lights, little twinkly lights.
I don't know. Well, I used it, but it didn't.
Little witch feet.
It wasn't like what my teacher wanted to.
The one with
It's a different way. So like
and more feet.
All of this is from the Dollar Tree. Right, Noah? All of it. Okay, I'm going to start this deco mesh off and I'm going to get it secured to the wreath here. I'm going to cut one of my pipe cleaners. I always cut them in 3s just to save a little bit. I'm gonna pull it through the wire so I can attach the mesh here. And I'm going to go ahead and keep bringing it around the wreath. You can see I've let it poof up in the middle there. You do as big or small as you want to do. And you're going to go around the wreath several times. But this is just to kind of show you how I do it. Again, I cut the pipe cleaners in 3s. It saves the pipe cleaners and you also don't need them quite as long. Another thing I do is if I start the pipe cleaner on the outer ring, then the next time around I go in the middle, and then the next time around I go on the inner ring, and then I go again and it'll be in the middle, and then I'll go on the outer ring, and that way it just gives some fullness to the wreath. That's how I personally do it, because when I bring the orange around, I'm going to kind of intertwine those. Now I'm going to show you real quick the gluten-free noodles I am going to put in this mac and cheese. Again, you guys can use whatever noodles you guys like. I just like and prefer the gluten-free. I, for many years, thought I had a gluten intolerance, but after several blood tests and skin tests and all that jazz, it shows that I do not. But I do have a reaction to wheat and yeast. But for some reason, even when I eat gluten still, it bothers my asthma, it bothers my eczema, and it bothers my sinuses. So my blood test can say whatever it wants. I'm staying gluten-free. Now I'm going to add the orange. I'm going to get it started just like I did the black, and I'm going to work it around the wreath again. One thing I can say, because I've worked with deco mesh plenty of times in the past, the dollar store mesh seems to get caught on each other a lot, and that was super frustrating if I'm being honest. I constantly had to pull it from the other piece and started to get on my nerves a little bit, but it was only $1. So I will also say it is not as thick and opaque as other mesh, from my opinion. So I needed to go around this wreath a lot more than I did because I kept being able to see through it. So I've continued to go around this wreath. I was thinking I was only going to do black one time and then orange one time, but it definitely needs to go around a couple of times because I could still see through it and I did not like that. So I have simmered the heavy whipping cream and the chicken. You have to be very careful because milk can burn, so definitely do it very slowly. I'm going to add about 3/4 of the bag of the cheese here. I'm going to stir it around, and if you let it sit for a second, it gets really thick and delicious. You could add more cheese if you want, but it's always best to kind of start slow, and that way you can see the consistency it's going to build up to. I also like this brand a lot because it makes it super creamy. I decided after tasting the cheese I was going to add just another teaspoon of some pesto. It is so good. I had to have more of the flavor. Another thing I wanted to say that's really yummy is if you add sweet peppers to this and mushrooms, it kind of thickens it up, and even broccoli, it's really, really good. So I've drained the gluten-free noodles. Again, use whatever noodles you want, and I'm just going to add them to the saucepan. After combining all the ingredients and obviously giving a little bit of a taste, I decided I wanted to add some fresh cracked pepper, and it really topped it off beautifully. I like pepper on everything, so it was super good. I'm adding just a sprinkle of cheese on the top. I'm going to put the lid back on, and I'm going to finish this wreath. So I went ahead and went around the wreath twice with the black and the orange. So that's a total of 4 times I went around with the mesh. And then I took the purple and black striped ribbon, and I just went in between where I tied down the mesh and incorporated those. And I just used the same pipe cleaners that were already there holding down the mesh to tie down the purple ribbon. Now I have the little witch legs, and I'm going to use a pipe cleaner to attach that to the back. You can put it as high or low as you want. It's your preference. I did play around with this a lot. At first I thought I wanted it kind of high, and then it didn't look right. I went low. So again, this is to your preference. But just use one of the cut pipe cleaners and attach it to the back. Now I'm taking this sparkly, glittery purple tool, and I'm just going to add those in all of the places I have my pipe cleaners in there, kind of securing each one of the sections. And this is just to kind of give it a little bit of a filler. Like I had mentioned before, everything I've purchased was from the dollar store, and this is really cute. I mean, I'm honestly a sucker for glitter. To make this easier, I would definitely recommend pulling the tool out and measuring and then cutting all the pieces at once. That way you have all of the pieces laying there and ready for when you're tying it. I did not do that. I just kind of eyeballed it a little bit, and I eyed it a little bit and got the similar sizes for each. Now I'm taking the adorable purple glitter bat clips and just putting them wherever I feel like needs a bat. Again, this is something you can do. There's no science behind it. Obviously you want to leave some space, but you just put it wherever you want it. But these feels, they come and go, and they come so easily. Tell me what it is about you that I can't forget, but you're breaking down. Now I'm taking the witch hats. They had sticks on them, so I broke those off. You see I was using scissors, but I was easily able to just break them off with my hands, and that's what I did. And then I'm just going to hot glue them. I left a little bit to puncture through and stick through the wire, but I'm going to put some hot glue on the rim of the hat, as you see here, and then place it around the wreath. So I am going to stop for just a moment and show you guys what the Tuscan chicken mac and cheese looks like on the plate served. You guys, it turned out so good. Now it's time to clean the kitchen. You know me, if you've been with me for a while, you guys know I clean while I cook. And that is what I did. I did the majority of the stuff while I was cooking. In between making this craft, I was kind of multitasking here, but I'm just going to finish everything up now. And there is Chris trying to draw, bless his heart. He has so many talents, so many. Drawing is not one of them. So he is trying to draw here, and my daughter is in the background. She kind of got in the clip a little bit, and she is going to clean off the table. Now my daughter is very good at drawing, so she decides to show Dad her skills. You gotta know I'm all yours, but when I say what's that about, you start slurring your words. Tell me why you have to seem so distant when I'm holding you. Your fingertips are drifting away, and I love how it hurts. Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love
Love the touch, but never love the feeling. Why do I, baby, why do I? Why do I, baby, why do I? Why do I, baby, why do I? Love the touch, but never love the feeling.
As you can see, cleaning up the kitchen is usually a family affair, and I am just going to use the same cloth I wiped down the counters and clean the table off as well. Here I am just filling up the boys' water bottles. I got these smaller water bottles for them to be able to take for school, to have in their lunch, as well as have their juice, and then to also have while they're waiting for me to pick them up. So I've rinsed out my tea from earlier, and I'm going to reuse this cup. I will use this all day. I love putting my water in it and reusing it. It's 32 ounces, and I drink a couple of these a day, and it really helps me keep track of my water. Okay, here is the finished product. Like I had mentioned, it is not as full as I would like. I've noticed how much I was able to see through it when I got outside. So I would recommend going a whole other time. So go around 3 times with the black and 3 times with the orange. I love the sparkle of all the glitter, and I think it really came together very cute. This is what it looks like with the witch legs at the bottom, so fastened at the bottom. You can choose how you want to do it. I like it, but as I started playing around with it a little bit more, I decided to move them up a little bit, and I will show you that in the next clip. So here's the finished product with the witch legs fastened at the top. You can choose what you prefer. I also did add the twinkly lights. They were only bright on one end of the string, so you can't see them. I will turn it on Halloween. It wasn't my favorite thing about my purchase, but I think the wreath came out really cute. I hope you enjoyed this cook, clean, and craft with me. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, you guys. I love you so much. Join my little YouTube family, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye, guys.